position to start this drive. On play action, here's Jackson. He's going to tuck it and go. Jackson, so nimble. He's got the first down and wisely gives himself up at the end.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Two nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one. A first down throw for Jackson. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up the 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short.
You got to close your app. You got to close your app.
Pistol give to Henry. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Playing close quickly. Here comes 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
3rd and a yard. We'll try and run for this with Henry. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Baltimore.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
Off the play fake. Jackson moving left. Now he'll run it. And he'll be forced out of bounds just a couple yards short of the first down. That's a pickup of 8.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the option, they give it to Henry. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Play action now. Jackson flushed to his left. And he's going to be swallowed up, taken down, sacked back at the 5.
A little bit of a snowball effect going on. Things seem to be unraveling just a little bit here offensively. It was the miscommunication that led to the incomplete pass on the first play. Now it's a sack on 2nd down, and they find themselves going the wrong direction.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Ravens are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Corey Horton now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
First and 10. They're on 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The first carry for the Spartans. Kenneth Walker. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. That's John Jenkins, the big defensive tackle, swallowing him up.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Darnold. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. We'll try and run it with Walker. He should have it up there for the 1st down. Take it up to the 43-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Once again, it's Walker. And he'll get forward for a couple. Draymond Jones able to bring him down. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
Taken in right side by Barner. 16-yard pickup on that one. 1st down, Seattle.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Travis Jones there to bring him down. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 9. Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
A couple of 3rd down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. Got a man at Barner, the tight end. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10.
Darnold now on 1st and 10. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
That one swung out wide to Walker. And a nice gain there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up third down.
That's a gain of 7.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Seahawks football beginning this second quarter as they've got it looking at 4th down and 2. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. This about as short as you can get. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks will tie the game at 3 apiece.
It's always a little bit of a letdown. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
Yeah, what happened, man? That you had to reset your app. Whoever got first. I was on the phone. It's all good, man. You scared to fight me. I get it. I beat you. It's all good. I understand 100%. You know, I was quiet the whole fucking time. I didn't quit, man. I'm telling you, you had to close your app because I already closed mine, so I know it was you. It does that sometimes. See, he playing the perfect song for you.
Now it's a bootleg with Jackson.
You don't want to show up, bro. I won't even do it in public. We could do it in the gym, bro. Nobody got to see it. We could do it Rocky and Apollo Creed style.
It's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat. I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective.
Telling you, next time around, there ain't going to be nothing like that. I'm going to blow your ass all the way across that scoreboard.
Jackson now to throw on first down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Second down, Jackson. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Raven first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now, faking the give. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Derek Hall in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Off play action. This defense hitting their ears back. Coming to get him again.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Flush to his right. He'll try and get there on the ground. They're going to have it first and goal. He'll be out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. It's a big one for the Ravens. 45 yards.
That's about as electric as it gets for the quarterback position. There's just frankly not a lot of guys in the league that are capable of making such a play. You could see when he turned into a runner, there was an extra gear in there. And
good blocking, and he's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens.
Touchdown, Ravens.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens take a 10-3 lead. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown, Baltimore. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And, Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Shaheed now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Darnold. Complete to the forward Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
17 yards.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now, Darnold. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
And some good blocking, springing up a gain of 9 as we get to third down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Darnold. It's complete. He's done Kupp. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. First catch there for Kupp. And he's got a first down. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. From the 23, here's second and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Ravens' 23-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
And he will have the Seahawks first down. I do believe he's going to get it by about a yard on 3rd and 3. They run with Walker. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on first down. A pickup of 7.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain. Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? They'll run here with Walker. This will not do the trick. They've stuck them behind the line. 4th down coming up. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks will cut into that lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Past midfield.
That's a big risk in this situation here, Mike. They're hoping to catch them by surprise, but now when you fail, the other team is able to not only have a short field, they got a chance to extend their lead.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. It's a big one for the Ravens. 33 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
That's caught. Derrick Henry.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down and you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Henry tries to pull his way in. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play and a really good play. But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
It's a turnover on down.
Pistol snap back to Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds, up past the 20. That's a gain of 19, and a very quick first down.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
The throw on first down is Darnold. Down the field, he's got Barner. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number one. Darnold to the air once more. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Darnold to throw again. That is caught at the 3. And it'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. First and goal coming up. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Here's Darnold again. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And the Ravens are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you were sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Out of his end zone, Jackson. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. He'll get about 2. Malachi starts there for the stop.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Throwing, Darnold. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making.
That is hot.
You got it, man. You got it.
Touchdown, Ravens.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a